Hi and welcome back to Celebrity Goddess Oracle. As you know, I like to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Today we're going to look and connect into the energy of the Rock. So the Rock, I actually learned last year he was the highest paying actor. Right, let's cards coming out already. And yeah, he was the highest grossing actor last year, which kind of surprised me, but then when I thought about it, it doesn't really surprise me. I mean, he's been in so many things. The most recent thing I saw him in was the new Jumanji movie. I don't know if you've actually seen that or not, but it's quite good if you haven't. So we're just gonna go, oh, okay, right. And yeah. He's I think one of the other things that I sort of thought was really weird, he's been through this sort of phase on social media where really cruel people keep announcing that he's actually passed away, which I just think is both strange and quite baffling actually, and really quite mean. The first time I heard it, I actually believed it myself. I thought to myself, oh my God, that's terrible. And then it turned out to be a lie, or fake news. How strange. So, I mean, he's not the only person that's happened to, but it just seems a bit mean, actually. So, let's connect into it. Oh, okay, wow. Right. Arts. And let's look a bit more. So, I know that he's just had him and his wife have just had another baby together, so that's lovely. Okay. Right. I know that his father just passed away, so that's really sad. I mean, it's really sad when you lose, one of your parents. It's a really hard thing. So it doesn't really matter what age you are. So he's obviously going through a really, a very happy time in the sense that they've just had a new baby, but also an incredibly sad time in the sense that, he's just lost his father. So his other popular series that he's in is Ballers. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but that's pretty cool. A cool series as well to watch. Let's just have a look more closely into this art. Okay. And there's too many actually. We just need one card, please. Let's see, then we can actually have a closer look at the energy surrounding the Rock at the moment. I read somewhere that he eats, I mean, as you probably can imagine, a ridiculous amount of food in terms of, no, he's definitely intending for 3 cards to come out. Okay. I think these are overcutting cards. I just need, we'll come back to these cards, but I just need one more card for the arts and then we can dive straight in actually. Looking really interesting here. So just one more card. Okay. So I'm going to start in a sort of less obvious spot. We're going to connect these two here actually and bring this in. I feel that here we've got somebody who has a really deep ancestral and spiritual connection. That's what I feel here, actually. And that we're going to see more of this side of him, actually. I get this feeling, and especially I feel, okay, so the passing of his father, this is going to come to pass because obviously when somebody who's so integral, an integral part of our lives passes away, then we start to look at our own lives and through different lenses. I don't really know the background story of his father, but there's definitely discord around his father and his relationship. It's not been to say it's not been an easy one, I think would be an understatement from what I'm actually seeing. But there's a lot of wisdom that's come from that. This is a man that has taken his lessons and he hasn't laid down to them. This is a man that has stood up and stands up and listens to himself. And, you know, this is a man that's had hard lessons. I think I've seen him talk about some of these actually, but I think in some ways, not that he's a man to sort of step away from talking honestly. I don't feel that at all about him. It's just that he's somebody that understates things rather than overstates things. And I think when he said there's been hard times, I think, yeah, that's, let's put it this way, it's been a bit of an understatement. But it's made him, to be fair, it's made him the man that he is. And he accepts this and appreciates this. He really does. I feel that, you know, all these cards are connected actually. These cards in particular are connected because this is a man who is going to start a new project. He's always doing things, I know that. But this project in particular is going to tap into the very thing that we're talking about. This inner wisdom, this sort of deeper understanding of life and his life lessons, his ancestral and his spiritual connection. This is a man who has deep connection in that way, and I feel that it's only going to become stronger for him. The purification here is, this is really in this reading, him getting out of his own way. And I feel that with the passing of his father, this is going to be the thing that cleans the deck for him. It clears the deck for him, and he's going to do something really. We're going to see something very different from him, actually. Very different from him, and I'm not sure the format that it's going to be. I feel it's going to be motivational in nature. That he's going to stand up and he's going to speak up, and that we're going to see much more of him in the public eye talking in this way. And that this for him, it's like, this is expected, but for him, this is a long held idea for him. This is something that is really, at the center of who he is. This is at the core of who he is. This is his higher, I feel with this man is his higher purpose. This is his higher purpose. And he's finally ready to step into that. You know, the passing of his father, I don't know what exactly has gone on around there. I really don't. But I feel that there's divine justice in this. There's something that was said. There was something that was said or is going to be said that's going to balance things out for him. I don't know. I feel like maybe that there will be... I don't necessarily think it's going to be... Okay, let's put it this way. I feel that there are going to be words that are exchanged on this, and it's not going to be an easy conversation. It's not going to be an easy conversation for him, or a situation actually. But I do think that it will bring a certain equilibrium. I'm not going to say peace. I'm going to say acceptance. And sometimes, you know, not sometimes, but acceptance really is peace. You know, when we get to a point where sometimes in life we can't go back, we can't change what has gone on, but sometimes there can be this idea of fairness and this idea of equity, this is about recognition. This is about recognition of, you know, recognition that Noah, you know, this is in connection with this father energy, that Noah wasn't taking responsibility. There you go. That's the right way of putting it. Taking responsibility, and to a certain degree, this brings a level of acceptance for him in his life. This is, irregardless of everything that's gone on, you know, and this sort of like, this project is sort of hit this passing, and this project is going to bring it to life for him. But this is not going to be an easy path for him, and there is grieving here. I can feel it. You know, there is this grieving, and you know, with the passing of time, And I don't feel it's the passing of time here. I feel it's the passing of this situation which brings fairness, that brings strength to him and makes him realize that irregardless of the circumstance, regardless of the situation, the circumstance, there was love there. There was love there. He was loved. Just some people are on this different journey. And unfortunately, you know, there's not always this, people don't always sort of step up to who perhaps they can be, or perhaps do what they should do. But there is this recognition that, you know, there has been love there, and to a great extent, it's sort of like this inner wisdom and these life lessons, which will be the basis of his next project, is informed by this. You know, if he hadn't gone through this, then he wouldn't be ready to move into the next stage of what he's about to do, actually. So it'll be really interesting to see what that is. I look forward to it, actually, because it's going to be like not a rebirth. I don't think that's really the right way of putting it. I think it's more like we're going to see something inside of him, his inner light, really. That's what it's going to be. He's going to really show us his true journey, and that's going to really fascinate and help a lot of people, actually. It really is. It's going to bring that medicine, you know, that medicine and that healing, that wisdom for himself and for other people too. So we're going to now connect into his animal totem spirit, see what comes out. I like to use the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit card by Kim Krans. As you see, it's beautiful, beautiful imagery, really, really nice. So let's connect into that and see what, oh, okay, straight out the deck. Right, okay, golden egg. And I'm not sure with you, I feel like you're connected, but let's just put you here and see what else comes out, actually. And that will tell me. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay, I feel that you are here and you are here, actually, together. Okay. And one more card as well. Just one more, and then, oh, okay, so, crocodile energy, interesting. Right, this guy's gonna succeed. I mean, he is already so ridiculously successful that it seems like a really obvious thing to say, but I'm gonna say it, you know, and I'm gonna say it particularly in connection to the project that we've talked about. This is gonna be his true golden egg. Everything before is really important to him, is, you know, really brought him a lot, but it's this next stage of his life that's really going to bring him this full circle. There are people, this crocodile, there are people that do not want him to succeed. There are people that do not want him to succeed. There's this kind of feeling here that, you know, he's had enough. Does he really need any more? But this is, to be fair, this is about foresight. This is about providing people with, you know, this connection between the night and the dark to shine light. It goes back to this idea of shining light into the world that we see here, and this idea of connecting the two to shine light into people's lives. This is incredibly important. He does have to be careful of this crocodile energy, because this is not his energy. This belongs to people sort of around him, actually, to be fair. And I think he'll know, he'd be able to tell you. I think there's a man that's probably experienced a lot of crocodiles, so I'm sure he's got a lot of experience in that regard. The dragonfly, and this connection, this is about, I need one more card in here, actually, but we're going to change decks. Just one more. I need to clarify these two here. I just want to see exactly what it's about. So I'm going to be using the Archangel Michael deck here. And we're just going to pull one card. I just want clarification on these two. I don't do this very often, but I feel here that this needs to be This needs clarification actually, so I get this absolutely right. Please show me the connection between the bat and the dragonfly. Okay. Okay, so you're on the right path. And eternal love. So this man, okay, so this makes sense, okay? So this is about, we've talked about the bat. So the dragonfly is in connection with, you know, taking that light and actually taking it one step further than the bat and bringing it into the world. And, you know, having the freedom and the lightness and the connection in order to do that. And this man does have that. I don't feel that at this point that he is uncertain, but it's quite clear that he is completely on the right path, and this is the path that he's meant to go on, and it's connected and comes from, this is his real passion, this is his real love, this is his gift of love from his experience of pain, and from his experience of love as well that he's had. And yeah, this is wow, this is really going to change people's lives actually, what he's going to do. It's really going to change people's lives. It's really going to open up a lot of not just his path, but the, you know, pathway for others actually. Pathway of others. Wow, that's a really beautiful reading. And exciting times ahead actually. We're going to see really interesting things from the rock. So I hope you've enjoyed the reading. I'd love you to share, like and subscribe to my channel. That would be amazing. We're all gods and goddesses in our own lives. I do personal readings. If you think that would be of use to you and would be of interest, please reach out and connect to me. I'm sending you all my love. In the meantime, look after yourselves and look after each other, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.